Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We play to win. Let's go.
On the double.
51, Mike, 51. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
6-6, bullet high.
Watch the
Get it.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give, running right, Lindsay. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Go. 5.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change of quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
General West.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go. 51's the mic, boys, 51. Here we go,
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Break.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Back for the offense, let's go. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Go, Mike.
Ready.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
61, matchbox lights. Shoot.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you called it the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Taysom Hill, 33 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Ready.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got him. 53's the mic. 50.
Hey, orbit.
We got it.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, watch edge, watch edge.
Hey, exit. Come. Get it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 45-yard punt, and couple that with a loss on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
45.
Now again, right side. Hines. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
97's the mic. 97's the
Rock it.
36.
Leaf River.
A shotgun snap for Hill. Eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Hill. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. To throw is Hill. Flush to his right. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
High 7.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
Let's go. Let's go.
To throw again. Hill. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Here's Hill. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down to punt on 4th. And look at this, it's a fake. And he cuts it right into space. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Hill. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. In for the score, and the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are this...
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first downs.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. McManus's point after is good, and the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Hey, it's just me and you. What the record? It's me and you.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Box drop. Ready.
They'll try the air now with Hill. being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. 23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, here's Hill. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Set, ready, 70, Indy.
Watch a slant, watch a slant.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Ready?
You.
Go. Get it.
So here we go on 4th. Hill.
I'm going to run you over.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown.
Tim Patrick in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Watch the run.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
At their own 13-yard line.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Let's go. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Double tight. Hey, 4 down.
And up.
Now a give, right side. It's Hines. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ready.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump at him.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Third and long. It's Hill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own.
Down.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw again on second down. Hill. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's go.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Night, sweetheart.
Hey, wahoo.
Operating from the gun. Hill eluding the pressure right. And he'll find Hall. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Hill. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Von Miller in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now Hill on 3rd and goal. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Right there, the fake worked out perfectly. The holder took the ball and found his man. A perfect fake field goal. Love it.
Extra point splits the uprights. Welcome back now to Denver, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally different.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Now Locke throwing on second down. And he hits his target, Defjam Hamilton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these down.
Lock now on first down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Shit. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Now watch run.
Get it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check 31, check 31. Kill.
Fire.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Defjam Hamilton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Oh, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long.
Ready.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got it to Hilton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Grayson, go.
Throwing again. Hill. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver. And it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Hill now operating from the red zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Come get some.
Yes.
He don't want it. Jam him. Jam. Let's go. Mike, 51.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And an alley to run. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. after the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
That's it, baby.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.